Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Miss JD once again for another episode of our daily stock market insights. And in this video, we are once again going to cover the most trending stocks in the Philippine market. And we'll start with, of course, our index. So if this is the kind of video you want to watch every single day, I'd like to invite everyone once again to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if this is your first time watching the channel. Okay, so you're always updated whenever I have new videos, alright? So let us start with, of course, our index. So looks like we are still having this rejection from our MA20 line. As you can see, this is the second day of being red once again after we got rejected. So we were actually anticipating this movement, considering that last Friday, April 16th, we also got rejected right at this area. So conservatively speaking, we could be one, establishing a new support at this level, around this or this level over here. So that could be our support area, right? At the same time, I was also citing last Friday that the volume that's not really changing for the past how many weeks now is not helping the market at all in terms of recovery. Okay, so I'm still on the flat. Let's say on the conservative side. I'm on the conservative side, meaning I'm still on the bearish side. I see a possible, probably if volume is starting to decline right here, then chances are the selling pressure will start to decline as well. And then once we see a significant change in the volume like this one, for example, then chances are we will see recovery right after that. So, but then again, yeah, we are still to observe this day in, day out, and just probably watch the videos that I do every single day so we can be updated as to the next potential moves of the market. I didn't see, let's see, shares buyback. Okay, no significant movement. So same challenges we're facing in the past few days, right? I'm attributing our slow recovery to the slow movement as well in the recovery in terms of our vaccination, the quarantine, the lockdown is also not helping at all. So still on the defensive side, in other words. Okay, let's talk about the most trending stocks today. When is the I see. So this is not a surprise to me at all. First stock to discuss is a GMA7. We all know that. So this was already proven twice. First was SEC, that on the X date, look what happens. Significant drop right here on the 7th. So that's your X date as well. GMA7, the same behavior right here. On the X date, we dropped, and I think this is highly anticipated as well because this used to be your resistance. So we dropped it to that level and then we started recovering. So I think this area over here is going to look attractive for our long-term holders. There you go. The long-term holders will find this area attractive, but I am looking at the nearest resistance previously was 746. That's why I'm thinking we could be moving sideways here before we move again. Overall, looking at the historical performance, it's not, as you can see, movements in GMA7 are really very small, Every single day, we only have very minimal movements right here. We are to go back to the BAU of GMA7. Wow, interesting. Previously, the dividend is only 30 cents, and now we have increased significantly, right? So, but if you are going to create a yearly dividend of this amount in this amount, then that's really going to be very promising. So this area over here is really for long-term holders already. 746 is the nearest support. Let's take a look at them. URC. URC still on a persistent decline. Selling pressure is still on. It's still we're not done yet with the downtrend right here. So I'm thinking we could be revisiting our 121 level. All right. Foreign selling is still there. So if you find this key level as already a cheap area, I'd say just hold on to your buying power, because I feel that you can still get it at a lower price. Take note that even if I plotted a 121 as our support area, know that it is an area, okay? So that means there could be a slight overshoot below or higher than that. It could even reach up to this level because there's a long wick, and in multiple occasions this key level was also reached. So chances are we could have a slight overshoot down below there before it takes off again. Let's take a look at BHI. I don't know why this stock um, rallied significantly like this one, right? Solid green today. I don't know the story though. Okay, quarterly earnings, not that much. So just be extra careful, because it's a solid green with volume. That's nice. However, what I'm looking at is we could have something like this as well. It could go down right away, or it could go gap up. It could go gap up, and then within the day, so it could have something like this, right? Push a little higher on the first 30 to an hour, and then goes down um, in the remaining parts of the day. So we can have a scenario that looks like that. On the first 30 minutes, it pushes the price higher, and then after that starts to rally downwards, or it will go down and revisit your previous resistance right here, and we could be establishing a support right there. That is if it will respect your previous resistance and create a support. In some occasions as well, we could be respecting a declining RSI, right? While the price is moving higher and higher, our RSI is also declining. So if you are to draw that, right, price is moving higher, but your RSI is declining. So we have to observe really. BHI, I'm not sure of the big story or the big picture here. So I think this is more of a play or a game that our more tenured traders can really effectively manage. So if you're still starting, maybe what you can do is observe the price action. You see, you start with looking at it on a daily chart, and then try to zoom in on a faster time frame, and maybe try it out in a virtual environment. I know Investogram says a virtual trading part, so you can probably try it out if you're not 100% confident, because again, this key level where we are at right now is already on the expensive side, personally speaking. Okay, so this is more of a momentum trade scenario. So if you're not very confident yet how to play momentum trade, then just be extra careful. Okay, make sure you're able to monitor the movement of the market the entire day. Otherwise, try to check out the other stocks as well that are more on the safe side and easier to interpret. Okay, for ICT here, I see a possible resistance at this key levels. this key level. Notice each time we hit the 129 area, we got rejected multiple times. And today's performance, we also made an attempt to break that, but again, we ended the day just right at that level. So let us see tomorrow if we can officially break that. I like the volume though, so if there is a continuation beyond or higher than 129, then that could be it. That could already mark the breakout of its resistance, right? And then the next area to closely monitor would be this key level 135. There you go. So it's a wait and see game tomorrow. So if most of the action happens below that, then chances are we could revisit our MA20 line, and then we have to find out whether the MA20 will be respected and bounce again. Otherwise, we got to go one line lower, which is 120. So far, that's our outlook for ICT. Really interesting, right? It's non-stop moving to the upside, but starting with this day back in November, there's this line, there's a start of or signs of slowing down. We're just moving within this range. If I'm to draw a rectangle, this is my Darvas box right at this level. See that? That's a key area. So it's just moving within this range. So let's see if it will officially break that. Your volume is starting to increase here, so that's one thing we need to closely monitor. Hopefully it breaks out. And then your next line of resistance is 135. BDO gave us some good signs here. So I like the formation. I know I've mentioned this before. I think in my review over the weekend, we broke out of this key area. So my support now, the support I see is the MA20 line. We're still the market is still giving us a chance right there, 104 level. But we already managed to break out of that downtrend resistance over there. So we could be establishing a new support now at the 104. So that's a good one. APL is trying to go back to your MA20 line, which is the 0.20 area. There you go. So second day of red. But I think we will now create a higher high. That's the first possibility. Let's see if it is going to respect this resistance and create a new support right there. So two areas to watch out for. I'm plotting one here only because I saw this being a possible support now, right? Because this used to be a resistance. Otherwise, the next area to catch it would be 0.20 at the MA20 line. But I think this now is starting to show some recovery, bullish signs where we're starting to move higher than MA20, so chances are movements will just be within that range. Alright. Meg, no. Meg, be extra careful. We're triggering the lower band. Okay. Your RSI is also showing a slightly higher point, but I'm telling you guys, sometimes RSI could give you advanced signals, right? And the decline could still continue. So I'm on the defensive approach, which means that let's see if it is going to create a new support at the 317, or it could probably drop up to the 298 level. Okay, so always, plotting your support and resistance, just easy. Just go to the left, try to locate key levels where you see a trend. Like each time this area gets hit, you got a rejection. So that now is your resistance. And when we go revisit that, your resistance can become a support. If that gets broken or that gets negated, you do the same exercise. Here, the next key level we're looking at is a possible support right at this level, because we got a consolidation here which acted as a resistance, and at one point it became a support. So you just have to do that, guys. Try to locate these key levels. um, Check out previous trend in performances. It will most likely give you ideas as to where the key areas of bounce and resistance in the coming days, right? But we're approaching a very good key level already, cheap level for long-term investors. So this area over here is your lowest point, especially around 198. But I don't think we could be going back at that level. This was back in on the week when we had the ECQ. Yes, we're on ECQ still, but maybe our economy today versus the last year is way better than the last year, because people have already adapted to the situation. Businesses have already innovated their services, and somehow we have made several adjustments in this work from home setup, uh, controlled exposure outside, those kind of things. Let's talk about land. This is a bounce for land. Okay, good job. I'd say our support area is just right at the MA20 line. So if there's an opportunity for this stock to fluctuate and probably reach a 2.05, that's a good opportunity to do test buy. Okay, because this could create continuation to the upside. Dito still flat, but I saw a lot of pictures, a lot of pictures of different kiosks or yeah, mall stores that are already starting to open for Dito. So really excited for that. Me being a long-term holder for this company, so I think accumulation. This is technically just an accumulation phase, and let's just wait for that volume. It's not moving up because volume is not there yet, but definitely I bet our institutions and our big players are just starting to drop some exposure here, so that uh, they're not pushing it like in volume, so that it doesn't increase the price yet. So whoever's still, I don't know, who are we waiting for? Maybe we're waiting for a big player to enter before they start uh, rallying this or pouring funds in it. Sometimes they do that. They are waiting for someone. I don't know who that is, but um, these institutions, for all we know, they're all moving in synchrony. They wait for one big player, and then once the big player is already in, they start pushing it with all their funds. ACEN is a bounce. Nice bounce at the MA20 for ACEN. Okay, I'm plotting 722 as our nearest support, but overall I see some bullish sentiment. I am bullish for ACEN. We could be increasing and moving higher and higher in the coming days, right? So just in case the market gives you a chance at 722, that will be our support area. All right, guys. So I think that is it for this evening. I have reviewed our most trending stocks, so feel free to drop a comment if you feel you've learned anything from it. I really appreciate your comment, guys. At the same time, feel free to share this to your groups so that we can start influencing other people as they start to venture and consider investing in the stock market, as this is way better than putting your money in the bank, right? Okay, so for now, thank you for watching and you have a great evening. Bye bye.